I was just thinking, anyway, I started off without you. And I sold a lot of state secrets and a lot of very important things that we shared. Now, all kidding aside, look, we're teaming up to design and develop new technology that are going to transform the lives of our people around the world.
All right, guys, so there you have it. That is Sleepy Joe Biden basically admitting on camera that he sold a lot of state secrets and other very important things. Now, he claims that he was joking. However, I think that that was a brain fart moment, a brain malfunction moment for Joe Biden that he has quite a bit, okay, when he's going off the cuff. And I think he said the quiet part out loud, right? Joe forgot in the moment that he wasn't supposed to say that, and then remembered that, hey, I'm not supposed to say that. Let me say it's a joke, right? When, again, in my opinion, I think that Joe Biden was being serious, right? I think he realized that he wasn't supposed to say what he said, and then he took it back immediately. I think that's what happened, okay? I think at the very least, the mainstream liberal media should be asking questions, okay? But they're not asking questions, which is why, Joe Biden feels so comfortable saying things like that out loud, because he knows that the liberal media establishment is going to run defense for him, okay, and his son and their alleged business dealings overseas in Ukraine and China. And there's this new insane defense of Hunter Biden and Joe Biden that is floating around on the media. And this is kind of proof that they're being fed what to say. They're all being told that this is what you're supposed to say to defend the Biden administration. Because Ana Navarro on The View discussed Hunter Biden and Joe Biden and the current bombshell revelations that have come out from the Republicans in Congress, revealing that, again, there are text messages of Hunter Biden saying that Joe Biden's in the room as he is trying to get money from Chinese officials, which is a direct contradiction to what Joe Biden claimed, which is that he never talked with his son about his son's business dealings. Now, anybody with common sense knows that that's not true, right? We knew that Joe Biden and Hunter, they're the Biden crime family for a reason. We know that the big guy is Joe, right? 10% for him. But anyways, again, there's an insane new defense that the mainstream liberal media is peddling, which is this idea that Joe Biden and Hunter Biden, the Biden crime family, is a love story, right? It's a love story between a father and a son, right? No, I'm serious. This is what the mainstream liberal media is peddling.
I've known Joe Biden since he was a senator for about 20-some years. I can't tell you how much his life has been marked by losing not one child, but two children. Yeah. And once you've lost a child, I think you are absolutely determined. It's even more urgent. It's even a bigger issue that you will not lose another one. Yeah. The Hunter Biden story, the scandal, the this, the that, it's also the story of a father's love. And Joe Biden has never and will never give up on his son Hunter, and will never treat him lesser than. And so he is a father first. Take it or leave it. That's who he is. That is part of his heart. There was 380 people at this dinner. It's not like Hunter was sitting at Merrick Garland's lap. It was a bunch of people. And I think part of the reason that Hunter Biden has been able to get out of addiction is because Joe Biden embraced him entirely, the entire time. Yeah. When he was vice president, when he was candidate, when he was out of office, and now as president. And
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's a hell of a spin if I've ever heard one, okay? I want you guys to understand this woman's argument. In light of the bombshell revelations that we've already talked about, okay, but I also didn't include the fact that, again, the DOJ allegedly was interfering with the IRS investigation into Hunter Biden to try to get them to slow walk the investigation, to give Hunter Biden a slap on the wrist, which they did, for crimes that, again, would have sent somebody like Wesley Snipes to prison. In light of these revelations, okay, in light of the fact that the Biden administration decided to have Hunter at a state dinner with Merrick Garland there, right, him smoozing, okay, with the State Department and their officials, clear nepotism here, clear overt corruption. In light of all of that, Ana Navarro is saying, well, this is a love story between a father and his son, right? Joe Biden selling out the American people and doing sketchy business dealings with his son in Ukraine and China That's just a love for a father and son, right? Joe Biden weaponizing the DOJ to get his son off on crimes that should have sent his son to prison. That's just a love story, right? That's just because Joe Biden loves his son, right? Absolutely amazing. Okay, mind-blowing take from the mainstream media. And this is Ana Navarro, who claims to be a Republican. I don't know why she's still claiming Republican. I'm not sure if she claims conservative. She definitely still claims Republican. Not sure why. Okay, especially considering how we know how Ana Navarro would have reacted had the shoe been on the other foot, right? Had this been Trump Jr., okay, and Trump Jr. and Trump were selling out the American people overseas with sketchy business deals, we all know what her reaction would have been. Like, for example, how she went off on Trump Jr. During the pandemic because Trump Jr. wanted to talk about how obesity played a role when it comes to COVID. Take a look.
First of all, I mean, I know that when you are a dimwit with no skill or talent or significant accomplishments, living off your father's fame and name and fortune, you've got to draw attention to yourself. But baby, if you want to have a conversation about COVID and obesity, you could have had it last October when your elderly, obese father had it. Okay? So it is a legitimate conversation to have. And fortunately for you, you've got somebody in your family who you can call and discuss it with. Because imagine having a father whose butt is the size of a studio apartment in New Jersey.
Yeah, amazing. Ana Navarro calling somebody else fat, right? It's like the pot calling kettle black. I actually think that Ana Navarro might be bigger than Trump, okay? She definitely might be fatter than Trump. Who knows? But maybe she's onto something, okay? Maybe Joe Biden does really, really, really love his kids. Maybe he loves his kids too much, right? Just ask Ashley Biden. And if you happen to be the grandkid of Joe Biden, particularly if you are the daughter of Hunter Biden, you know, daughter that he had with a stripper, Joe Biden might not love you at all, right? So I'm just saying, I don't know. What I do know is that this talking point about how the Biden crime family is a love story is now a mainstream level talking point because Jen Psaki is going to go on MSNBC and basically repeat the same thing that Ana Navarro said, right? Which again tells you everything you need to know about how these people are fed the same talking point, because there's no way I would have came up with this off the top of my head had I not heard somebody else say it. So I want to react to this segment with MSNBC here talking about Hunter Biden at the state dinner and how it's not good optics, and Jen Psaki trying to defend it. But before I get into that, I just want to let you guys know, if you like my channel, you support my channel, you can check out my merch, like, for example, my signature racist mug, which is a daily reminder of the 2023 definition of racist, according to the left, which is anybody who disagrees with the Democrat Party. It also has my logo on the back. You can check that out at my website, gforemanbcp.com. Get 20% off using discount code TEAMBCP. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Lucky, I'm just curious because if you look at right-wing websites or watch certain TV channels, you will hear all about Hunter at the state dinner. I mean, you will hear Jim Jordan going on and on and on about conspiracy theories, and you.
Conspiracy theories, right? Again, this is the coverage on MSNBC. Guys, you remember when the media used to actually question stuff like this? Okay, when, you know, they would say, hey, you know, what's up with these whistleblower allegations, right? Is the Biden administration weaponizing the Justice Department to do the bidding of the regime, right? To protect his son, to go after political opponents like Trump, right? Is Joe Biden selling out the American people overseas with his son, okay, using his office of Vice President of the United States to sell out the American people? Again, this is questions that the mainstream liberal media should be asking, okay? They should be questioning this stuff. But instead, they're calling it a conspiracy. Again, they're the same network that peddled the Russia hoax or the Russia collusion conspiracy theory that Trump was butt buddies with Putin and the Steele dossier, which had accusations of Trump getting golden showers from Russian prostitutes and all types of crazy stuff, right? This is the type of stuff that they trafficked on the network, right? But then they turn around and they call a GOP investigation with whistleblower allegations a conspiracy theory, right? Because it's against Joe Biden. It's just amazing. This network is the worst network. Again, we give CNN so much crap, right? We give CNN so much crap. MSNBC deserves way more than CNN, okay? They deserve way more than CNN. This is an extremist network. They really are.
You won't hear as much about this. And I'm just curious, the White House obviously not going to chime in on these audio tapes or anything like that. But at the same time, how does the Biden White House make a distinction that cuts through to people that are being honestly misled?
You're being misled, right? You're being misled. If you ask questions about, is it appropriate for Hunter Biden to be at a state dinner after bombshell revelations come out about the DOJ interfering with an IRS investigation? We have text messages that basically prove that Hunter Biden and Joe Biden was in business together to extract money from Chinese officials. Again, if you ask questions about this stuff, or if you believe it, then you're being misled, right? Again, this is Mika Brzezinski on MSNBC. This is what she's saying. And this is insanity. It really is.
Such a good question, Mika. I don't spend too much time on right-wing websites, but I completely concur with what you're saying about what's out there and the challenge the White House has right now. I mean, for them, if you're sitting in the White House right now, you're putting your head down around all of these investigations. They're not going to comment, or that is their strategy, on the specifics of any of Trump's legal woes.
Yeah, and your successor, your affirmative action press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, I mean, she's telling you exactly what the strategy is, okay? This is why Karine Jean-Pierre says nothing, okay? Because the Biden administration don't want to say nothing about it. They don't want to address it. Again, Jen Psaki would have did the exact same thing. This is what she's telling you.
And the same thing on Hunter. I think what we saw with Hunter appearing at the state dinner was, in my suspicion, was the president, his son wanted to come, so his son's going to come to the dinner. Was that optically easier for the White House and the White House communications team? Absolutely not. But I suspect that was more in the family circumstance of him wanting to come and the president wanting to show that he loves his son and he's standing by him.
Wow. Wow. Again, the exact same talking point from Ana Navarro. The exact same. No, it's about Joe Biden just loves his son. What are you talking about? Right? This isn't nepotism. This isn't overt corruption in your face. This is not Joe Biden not giving a damn about the revelations. That's not any of that. It's just Joe Biden loves his son. The exact same thing that Ana Navarro said. Who's feeding this stuff to the people? It's coming from the White House, right? Who worked at the White House? Jen Psaki worked at the White House, right? Best believe she's being told what to go on MSNBC and say. Again, this is state television, right? That's what it is, state television. You have somebody that worked for the current administration, now working for the mainstream liberal media, going out here and saying that, well, Joe having his son at the White House amid all these, investigations, he just loves his son, right? Again, straight up talking point coming from the regime, okay? And this is what the problem is with the media. It is basically state influenced, right? This is state influence right here in front of your face. And then Mika Brzezinski has the cojones to sit on TV and to say that, well, if you question this stuff or if you believe it, you're being misled, right? While misleading the public with state approved talking points. Again, this is amazing. This is amazing.
Suspect, Mika, as we watch this over the next couple of months, is they will be very quiet for the time being. But once it gets into the middle of the campaign, they're going to have to find a way, to your point, to draw that contrast, not by commenting on the specifics of a criminal investigation or the specific ups and downs of every legal development, but by drawing the morals and the values contrast, right? Of there's one president who values our national security and protects our secrets, and they're
not Joe Biden, right? Not according to Joe, not according to what he said. What he basically jokingly said that, hey, I've been selling all types of state secrets, right, and other important information. Joe Biden also is guilty of mishandling classified documents as well too. Okay, that is something that he's under investigation for. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not seeing how Jen Psaki is making his argument with a straight face here.
There's another former president candidate who doesn't. There's one who stands up for democracy and our democratic values, and there's one who doesn't. There's ways to draw the contrast without getting into the specifics, but I think we're not going to see that for a little while.
Yeah, amazing. What you guys just witnessed there was state-approved talking points being broadcast on what is state influence cable news, right? MSNBC, which basically is an arm of the Democrat Party. ABC owns The View. ABC is owned by Disney. Disney's in the pockets of the Democrat Party. Again, these are all Democrat talking points, and they're being said, the same thing is being said on different networks, right? The new defense of Hunter Biden and Joe is that, well, this is a love story, right? This is a father-son love story. And if you criticize it, then you must hate a father loving his son. That's where they're going with this stuff, guys, right? That's where they're going. And it's coming straight from the White House. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.